Given the port's strategic designation and the critical role expected of the port during the military buildup, the Department of Transportation's rejection of the port's bid for $50 million in stimulus funding came as a shock to many island leaders today.
That's a major setback and a game changer in how we're going to approach this buildup for Guam. They refer to the port buildup as the long pole in the tent, as potentially the single point of failure. And if you're not able to get the goods into Guam for the buildup, then you're going to have major delays.
Wow. I was baffled myself. I believe that Guam really put together a compelling application. Not only that Guam was the only applicant that not only fulfilled the 5 fundamental requirements, but also put up the 50% matching money to apply for this grant.
Mesa and the port's board called in JIGPO Director David Bice this morning, hoping for some explanation.
The buildup begins here at the port.
What do you think happened to derail it?
I have no idea. And frankly, that's another issue, and we're looking for to pursue other options, and we're confident we'll be able to get funding to support the port.
What are some of those other options?
Well, we're working at both internally as well as externally in the Department of Defense.
GFT President Matt Rector believes that his protest to the national office in Washington about alleged unfair labor practices in the ongoing negotiations with the port did have an impact.
Do you feel that your phone calls to the people you know in Washington played a part in this?
I definitely do. We sent a whole list of the unfair labor practices and the history of negotiations. I mean, look, we just went through it again. In 2 years of negotiating, they have not negotiated one single piece of language having to do with working conditions.
But at the Rotary Club meeting this afternoon, Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo's Chief of Staff, John DeWitt, said Rector's protest played no part in the decision.
There's absolutely no basis for that story circulating this morning that it had to do with union influence. Absolutely no basis. In fact, the Congresswoman's own press release points out that most of the money went to railways, bridges, and roads.
And the governor rejected any suggestion that the port procurement controversy influenced the outcome.
This is not a matter of dropping the ball. We are competing against 1,000 other ports, and there's certainly, I believe, there's been a policy call at the top level as to who got the grants, and I think it's ludicrous to think that a local issue like this, blown up by local PDN, would affect the outcome of it.
There is no question that the port is the key to the military buildup, which will not happen unless the port's facilities are upgraded to handle the load. And Guam cannot pay for it alone. But right now, where that money will come from and who will provide it is still up in the air. Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.